everybody, and welcome back to this week's episode of LARPs and TARPs. We are back with our Hoist the Colours content after spending some time on the island in the middle of the seven seas.
Yarp.
I'm joined with by the wonderful Kerry.
Hello.
And the spectacular Thomas.
Gar.
Spectacular today, is it?
Yeah, I know. Well, it feels rude to
salty.
It feels rude to give him no descriptor when there's only two people here.
Yeah.
And I'm Morgan.
So you don't get a descriptor?
No. Well, I'm the one, the only.
The Maleficent
the only Morgan.
The wonderful thing about Tiggers. In fact, I wasn't. There was two other Morgans at this LARP.
Wow.
Two other Morgans.
We could call you the Moist Morgan.
So you were the third Morgan.
I was the third Morgan. And all of us have been getting confused because we kept hearing our names said at different parts of the camp during timeout and being very confused because it was like, oh, Morgan. And all of us were like, who said that?
I'm just saying good morning in German.
Yeah.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen. Wie geht's? So, Hoist Colours, episode 3.
Yeah, I preferred the weather this time.
Oh,
God.
Oh, the
nearly as
weather was
scorching.
perfect. Of all the LARP events we've been to this year,
Best
this
LARP
was
ever.
the one.
God, we're a British
There was
LARP
no
podcast.
there were no
Jesus
thunderstorms.
Christ. Yeah, but
There were no thunderstorms. There were no heat waves. And I really wish that, more LARPs were exactly that weather.
Yeah, so usual story. Got there.
Just about beat the darkness.
Once again, I believe in God love. Yeah, because we had to get used to sunset being slightly different because it's much earlier now.
We had about 45 minutes to set up, didn't we?
We got the tent set up and I was like, right, okay, does anyone mind if I get changed? And you were like, I'm not getting changed for ages. Like, Morgan,
The sun
in
is
less
going
than half
down.
an hour, it's going to be dark.
Sun's
And you
going
were
down,
like,
big boy.
oh,
I was like,
yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, we had to set up fucking early in a couple of weeks for Nightmare.
Yeah, sunset will be at
Oh, God,
4
yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Whew, good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got set up pretty standard. It was just nice to see everyone.
Yeah,
Because
that's the thing.
with the 9 p.m. time edits, like, because Empire you get Thursdays, but
Yeah.
you don't get for ILAB. But having like that 3 hours.
I am
before-
actually going to more ILAP events. I'm actually sad they don't do the Thursdays at ILAP. I mean, not that I have enough annual leave to book all these LARP holidays
Yeah,
off.
right.
But it is really, I think we take for granted a little bit sometimes the Empire Thursdays than compared to like going to other LARPs and you've literally just got 2 days.
Yeah. Although I think the advantage is that like we don't have nearly as many people to say hi to at ILAB.
Yeah,
because
that
it's
is
a
true.
much more. Whereas Empire, it's like, hey, I'm seeing you now. I might not see you because there's 3,000 people in this field, and we're going.
Yeah, as we literally didn't see each other.
You
at
also
all
don't have to
last Empire.
traipse nearly as far. The campsite, like the town, is like 3 minutes
Is
across,
it?
3 minutes across.
Was it you guys I was talking? No, it was. I think it was someone else talking about you. Like it's how close the camping is to town. You don't have to stress about
Yeah.
distance at all.
It was like, we always end up seemingly like camped like as far away from the toilets as we possibly could at ILAP, yet we're still closer to the toilets than we are when we're at Empire.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, which is crazy.
But also, you want to be as far from the as far away as you can be sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good distance either
Yeah,
way.
at the end of a hot weekend, any Portaloo is going to be.
I've never
Yeah.
understood the people at music festivals thinking, I'm a genius, I'm camped right next to the bogs. You poor souls.
So yeah, got set up, and then it was the usual ILAP affair. Friday night is plot light, but mostly
Just a sprinkling of plot.
sprinkling of
Yeah,
plot.
like you get the newbies come in for whatever reason, and then all the ships try and recruit if they want to recruit or try and make people welcome.
I continue the chariots just not recruited because like
Yeah.
we don't have people. Don't worry about it.
I kind of like part of me like jumped in there like, yeah, I'm going to get involved with like making people feel welcome, but then I also very much was like, hang on, I don't want to stand there and sell you on my crew. I want to go and hang out with my crew, so I just pawn them off on people.
Go over there. Love you, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It was,
I know the Devil's Daughter's got quite a few now as well.
Yeah, you're getting quite big on there, aren't you?
yeah, I really enjoyed Friday night as usual. It's
had
just
our-
sea shanties.
We had voting for officers. As
Oh, did
well.
you do that on Friday?
Yeah, we did that on Friday night because I think the captain just wanted to make sure everyone was together, basically.
Yeah, cool.
And there was, almost no competition for any of the roles except for first mate, which was very close. So Petrol was going up, who I've had OC discussions with about doing some ball gowning because we all know how successful that's been in the past.
God, sorry.
for
What
me.
fucking first mate circuits? First mate petrol.
First mate Petrol. Well, they were up against Henry, Bishop, Will.
Oh yeah.
And obviously I'm there like my beloved Petrol is
My
running.
beloved.
I of course I stood
Petrol, my
right
beloved.
behind, practically linking arms with Petrol.
Notice
like,
these petrol senpai.
and then
sentence.
Yeah, it was literally that one person that made the difference. Like there was almost
Really?
equal. Yeah, one more person voted for Henry.
Can
So-
you imagine how different
but
this weekend would have gone if
yeah.
Petrol been first mate?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Spoiler alert: Petrol.
No, don't
Yeah.
spoil it. We'll come to that. My
I wasn't
God.
actually going to say everything. I was just going to say Petrol is a spanner in the works.
That's what they are, yeah.
yeah.
Petrol is a
Just
cheeky
a little
guy.
Just a little guy.
Fuck's sake.
So that was fun. And then we went to the bar with Petrol, and Dr. Belvedere and Monsieur Lavender wanted to sit down with Petrol for something. And
Well, I wanted to show off my styling new
Yes.
wig.
yes, and
Oh
I
my
was going to go and
God.
join Petrol, but then I can't remember what it was, whether it was I needed a wee or something. But I left Petrol alone for 2 bloody minutes. And Mr. Belvedere, would you like to tell us what you were doing in that time?
So, in that time, Petrol had come up to myself on Monsieur Lavender and said, I want to join the crew of this Devil's
No,
Daughter.
that's not what they said.
No, it is.
You offered
We'll have
to
two,
teach them.
we'll have
No,
two
no.
different story perspectives.
All right, okay, that's fine.
Yes, let me finish my story first. You literally did say, let Dr. Belvedere tell it.
Right, I meant Tom. I didn't think Belvedere was going to sit there and lie, but sure.
It's not a lie.
Belvedere just eats hot chip and lie.
So Petrol came up to myself and Monsieur Lavender and said, I want to join the Devil's Daughter because I would like a medal. Because apparently Avery gives you medals if you do really well. And yeah, we're like, yes, she does. Okay, right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lie and say I'm going to join the Devil's Daughter, get a medal and leave. So me and Monsieur Lavender are like, we're not going to have that. You're not going to betray our precious Avery. Let's sit down here, Petrol. We'll get you those medals. We just need you to do a bit of reading and maybe sign a piece of paper to show you're a loyal member of our crew. Effectively, good old Oily wrote up a contract quite quickly as Monsieur Lavender, saying, I, Petrol, join the Devil's Daughter for eternal servitude or something like that. Yada, yada, yada. Sign here. And in exchange, I will get a medal. We put that in. Petrol didn't know how to sign their name, so we were beneficent teachers.
Benevolent.
Beneficent's a new one.
Yeah.
Beneficent, benevolent, potato, and showed them how to write their name. Right on this contract. And then Monsieur Lavender also signed it. And then all hell breaks loose.
Right. So what you need to understand about Petrol is fully illiterate. So when I come back from doing whatever the hell I was doing, and Petrol runs out to me and says, "Look, they taught me to write my name," and shows me this contract that you have tricked them into signing.
There was no trick.
They never said they wanted to join your crew.
They literally said, I want to join the crew to get a medal.
No, I don't believe it for a second. Not my Petrol. My
Not your
Petrol would not leave me.
Petrol, the most honest pirate on that fucking island.
Hey,
Petrol did nothing questionable all weekend.
they never said they were smart, but
Should be the slogan of the event. Petrol did nothing wrong.
Petrol probably said, "I want a medal," and you said, "Join our crew then," and they went, "Sure." You know?
Which is them saying they want to join the Devil's Daughter.
No, that's them saying they want a medal, and they will tell you anything to get it.
Well, all I'm saying is play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Anyway.
That's all I'll say.
So, OC was like, "Right, okay, I want to start a fight over this," and I went to Monsieur Lavender, and I was like, "OC, like, can I pretend to punch you in the face?"
There was a bit of drama beforehand as
Oh,
well.
sorry, I'll let you jump in.
No. You went to get your crew involved.
Yeah, we might have gone to get the captain or something. I don't really remember that.
Because we had Will also taking the contract and bringing it
Oh yeah,
to...
like all the time. I was like, they're trying to steal our petrol, getting like shouting at everyone.
Yeah, what's Will's character called again?
Henry Bishop.
Henry Bishop.
The
Henry
first mate.
Bishop went and took the contract to the clerk's office.
Oh yeah.
And then
We had to make sure that you didn't actually get petrol before I started a fight.
Yeah. And then a couple of minutes later, we were summoned as very naughty boys to the office. This is after telling Avery and Cade that we were heroes and got us a new member, and they were all very proud of us for our antics.
Who gave you a telling off?
The clerks.
What?
No, they didn't actually
They got
give us a
pulled
tell us
into
off.
the clerk's office.
It felt like we were being told off by the clerks, but I
was like
absolutely
being taken
loved
to
it. Johnny was absolutely pissing himself laughing at this. I don't think he could believe on the Friday night. Like pirates known for killing each other, stabbing. Two idiots with a piece of paper for a contract were making such drama this way.
Oh my god.
I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy. Just a little French guy, a little doctor guy.
It's just
they
me
said
on
they
Petit
wanted-
Monsieur.
Just the petit monsieur.
They said they wanted to join us.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then we thought it was going well until they noticed Monsieur Lavender's admittedly probably poor phrasing, eternal servitude.
Yeah, the slavery clause really did them in there.
Which might have made the contract null and void, to which Cade's response was to...
Cade, the first mate of the
Devil's Daughter, was to just rip up the contract and say, "You're an idiot. It's done now."
Good. And so
But apparently it wasn't.
Oh,
no, so
God.
I decided for the first time in my LARPing life to start a fight with someone. So I'm there, like stood next to Monsieur Lavender, going, "Mate, can I pretend to like punch you in the face and then like run away?" And his partner, Esmeralda, was there like, "Oh yeah, I'll like get on my knees behind him and you push him, fall over." I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, can I do this? And all this time, Monsieur Lavender's just there like, yeah, let me just finish the conversation we're having. So I'm just there like bouncing next to him, like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna push him over. And then eventually, we finally got to do it, and I push him. He pretends to fall to the floor, and I'm like, thank God he didn't actually get hurt, because I was a bit worried about with that plan. That didn't sound very safe, but because he knew what was going on and he was able to like maneuver past it. Obviously I didn't push him that hard. He fell to the ground. We pretended to kick him a little bit. We ran off, sat down at the diamond camp, and we just went, "We've been here for the last half hour, haven't we? Yeah, we've been here the last half hour, haven't we? Yeah, everyone. Me and Esmeralda, we've been here for the last half hour, right? Okay, right." Like 5 minutes or so passes, and we hear a ruckus in town, so we go and see what's happening. It's only going to turn into a full fucking brawl.
So, what? How did the brawl... Oh, well, I know that the initial brawl was between the two first mates of the Devil's Daughter and the Diamond, right?
Yeah, then a few other people
I don't know,
joined
because
in.
I when I got there, I was like, "Oh yeah, the Diamond have started a fight with the Devil's Daughter," and I was just like, "Oh, who did that?"
That was so funny.
It wasn't me,
because that was the initial fight. It was the two first mates who were going at it, and then
Yeah.
the entire town.
They must have seen that go down, and then
the entire town just burst out into an all-out brawl.
I think that was the smaller of the brawls. I mean, for
Definitely.
this brawl, my contribution was to tap people on the back of the heads when it looking like my crewmates were getting outdone, tapping them on the shoulder, and then just punching in the face and
Love
then
it.
walking off. And the only other one I punched was Piss Pot, because I couldn't resist.
Oh, what, on your crew
Oh
as well?
no, Piss Pot! I'm sorry.
I do hope that the street brawls become a recurring thing, because
I think so.
I hope they stay spontaneous. If it was like an
No, yeah,
two-ball
I think they
match,
just kind of will
Don't
just
plan it,
happen
but,
because
like,
it's very funny.
If you've got an excuse to punch
It's
someone,
very
go for
Pirate
it.
Island.
But I loved it was all very safely done as well.
Yeah.
Like everyone was. Oh well.
honestly, I can
I
see.
mean, I didn't get.
There was a couple of out of character injuries, but I think we'll leave.
I
that
can
lie.
understand why Empire might suggest no fist fighting.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But all it needed was literally the Pirates of the Caribbean Tortuga theme in the background, and it would have felt perfect.
Yeah, it was really fun.
God.
What did Branton Reed get up to that night? I know you threatened me
Yeah,
at one
up
point.
until that point. Yeah, you
Excellent
threatened me as
question.
well.
Yeah, Brandon was so again, me and Monsieur Lavender had a little conversation.
Yeah.
About maybe romancing each other this weekend.
Oh yeah.
It was very funny.
Little ball gown in.
Little gown in them balls. It was very funny. Just to kind of like, was that because I stood between Esmeralda and Lavender on the Friday? I think at one point.
Maybe.
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I can remember that. I remember again. Most of Friday for me was kind of socializing. I think one point was that we were in the chapel together.
Yeah.
And you said something about education. I can't remember what it was.
I'm one of the educational upper class.
Yeah, that was it. You were
Educated.
you were telling me I didn't know what I was talking about because you're educated. And I just looked at you, just pulled out my gun. And
Yeah.
Oh, I just
clicked
went
it
up
and
to
pointed
you
it to your
and
chin.
just like, remember the code, Branton, and just tapped
yeah,
your nose.
yeah, but I said, there's nothing against killing pirates in the code.
Oh, I've got to go.
I just remembered something that you said probably minutes before you put a gun in my face. And I don't think you said it to me, but you were shouting to someone, "You guys need to realise that your actions have consequences." And I was just like, fucking hell, Morgan.
What was that too?
Oh, I cannot
Jesus.
remember. But then you were shouting in my face, and I went to grab your pipe,
Brandon's
so you
a
put your
very
gun in my face.
Yeah, I was trying to get my pipe out of my mouth and then he shot you.
Yeah.
Brandon is a very shouty man. God, my characters are... Maybe I'm just very
I
repressed.
know. Adelaide doesn't like Brandon very much. I mean, she's
We
not
had
that
a lovely
bothered.
bonding moment on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, to be fair. At that point, she was pissed off at you because you shouted in her face and pointed a gun at her.
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
we did come and have a little
Yeah.
heart-to-heart
Look,
on Saturday,
look,
to be
we're,
fair.
we're pirates.
Yeah.
You know, I think the funniest thing that happened was, for me, one of the funniest things that happened was that some of the diamonds started accusing the chariot of robbing their ship. And we were like, we'd never do that. What are you talking about? You must be mistaken. And someone was like, it was him. And we turned around.
Oh, yeah.
Guy from our ship was like, were you robbing from their camp? He went, yeah. And we're like, oh well. And
Nothing to do with us.
Nothing to do with
Which was hilarious given what happened the next day.
But yeah, so then
I feel like the diamond just got told off all weekend.
yeah, well, that's the diamond's lot, I guess, isn't it?
I thought we were just cheeky little guys sneaking around in the bushes and playing instruments like...
But yeah, so we. I think the other highlight for me was there was a couple of NPCs wandering around, saying how they were French aristocrats next in line to the French throne that lived in Devon. And I was instantly, Brandon's not a big fan of the upper classes. It was just like, look, I need some important clarification. Are you actually the future king of France? He's like, oh, yeah, yes, we've got estates. And I was like, because if you are, that's bad news for you. He's like, well, but what you're saying? Like, we are very rich and... Cool. Could you just come this way with me, please? And then like a few of us started to move.
I walked off because like, ooh, something's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe need some help from a doctor.
And we just go to step back. And I was like, right, so last question, cocked my gun, held it up. You the future king of France? He went, oh, yes, I am. Bang, shot him in the head. The other one turned around. I think someone stabbed him or shot him as well.
Yeah.
And then we dragged them off into the bushes and rolled them away. It was very
Me and
funny.
Syphilis pretended to bury them.
Yeah, it was a really funny interaction because it was just, again, I was just like, I'm giving you so many chances here to say you're not.
Yeah.
Say you're lying. Because if you're not lying, you're dead. And then they said to me afterwards, thank God you killed us because I don't know how I was going to keep that up all night. It was like, no one even punched us. I feel like it needed resolving very quickly. I was like, good. Glad to shoot you. But yeah, another
I
night.
think that was Friday night. We all stayed up to about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Gambling in the
Sea
pub.
shanties.
Just singing sea shanties or hoist the colours in a pub is just the pinnacle of playing. Right, fucking just
Liar's dice.
playing dice, drinking, singing. It's everything you need. It's perfect. I love it. It's why I love LARP because you don't really get that anywhere else.
No, it's
Not in the
great.
same way.
As we keep saying, what other adult hobby as an adult do you get where you get to see such amazing people and do such amazing things? Not just going out to a pub and drinking or a movie or a meal. You're doing all these amazing things with such a variety of interesting people.
Yeah, it was so good. But yeah, I think I went pretty hard on Friday because I think I was quite tired on Saturday.
You were a very tired boy.
I
You
was
woke
knackered
up
on
with a
Saturday.
headache because we all shared a tent, which was nice to keep
Oh
warm.
yeah, keep it warm in a little tent. We're doing that again for Flying Lead.
But also because the three of us came down in a Fiat 500.
It's amazing what you can fit in the Fiat
Honestly, yeah,
500.
people were looking at us when we were leaving like, wait, all three of you came in that?
Yeah,
Literal
someone was like,
faces
"That's packed
of awe.
full." Oh my god, there's another person in there. It's just Tom in the back. Like, also, you weren't really squished in, were you?
No,
No.
not at all.
Like the side was like piled high, but you had like a clear seat.
Yeah.
It was like people are always shocked. I'm just telling you, it's not. I mean, this is not sponsored by Fiat, but it's amazing. Everyone
No, but
laughs
I
at
want
me.
a Fiat 500 now.
Everyone laughs at me from the Fiat 500. It's amazing what you can fit. in the Fiat
Kerry was saying hello to every Fiat 500 on the way
Oh
down
yeah, I was
as
like,
well.
Fiat friend, hi. I was like, look, Fiat friend, Morgan. You were like, yes, Kerry.
Yes, Fiat friend. Hello.
Oh, we loved it on the way down when we were doing sea shanties, and I just pulled out my bongos from under the sea. I was like, oh yeah, I've got them.
Spontaneous bongos.
Always the best kind of bongos are spontaneous bongos, which I actually forgot to mention as well. Actually, what we did just before time in, it was the quartermaster's birthday. So we had a little barbecue, and I brought a little cake which had been sat on my knee all the way down. And someone even brought vegan burgers for me. Well, they're veggie as well, but they made sure they were vegan so that I could have some too.
Your two's crying. Your two crews getting fed, and there's just me crying into pot noodle all weekend.
The devil's daughter, don't feed the crew. You eat what you kill
I mean,
and you live on it.
You definitely just
The
ate
bean ration.
You definitely ate the people that Morgan killed, though, right?
Some kidney beans.
So one person also brought something special to the island that I forgot to mention.
Ooh, was it a dildo?
It was a dildo, yeah, a big vibrator.
Dildo?
There was the last dodo
The last dodo?
was being presented.
Like everyone was like, they went extinct 40 years ago.
Yeah,
I was like, yes,
it's like-
this is the last one. I was like,
that's
how that works.
That's an old dodo.
That's literally the plot line of it, Pirates and the Adventures with Scientists.
Yes, except in this one, different things happened, I guess.
Yeah.
So they have the last dodo. Oh shit! It is from. That's literally the plot of the
Yeah.
film.
Oh, is that why people were saying that?
Yeah. So, oh bloody hell! So I. Oh my god!
You forgot that, didn't
Oh
you?
my goodness!
I don't even know what film you're talking about.
You've watched
it's an Aardman film.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Fuming! Can't believe my immersion's been broken again.
My immersion.
My immersion's ruined.
It's just the one dodo, actually.
No, look, find them dodos then. Yeah, so this person brought a dodo, last dodo, and they were like, Devil's Daughter's dodo, and it's going to bed now.
You know, no one on the Devil's Daughter actually gave a fuck about the dodo.
I know, because I told some of the Devil's Daughter we had it, and they were like, as long as you let me eat it, I don't care.
Yeah, I know me and Oily said that.
It was so funny, because we
Did it go missing on the Friday night or
Yeah.
Saturday morning?
he stored it underneath the bar, left the bar, the minute he was gone,
Someone nicked it, yeah.
I nicked it.
Oh, you nicked it.
I was straight away, went behind the bar, picked up the dodo, shoved it under my coat and ran. Went to our cook.
So it was the charity who had
Yeah.
it.
I went to the cook and I was like, Stew, do you want this?
I thought you were saying make a stew.
No. I went to our
Stew,
cook
stew,
called Stew, who
dodo
does
stew.
make stew. I was like, Stew, do you want this? And he was like, oh. So we grabbed this dodo, stuffed it in a sack, tied it shut, and then hid it. And then we had the last dodo, and we were like, what are we going to do with it? What are we going to eat with it? How are we going to serve it? Very funny. And then that was like a big thing that happened on the Friday night. It was very
That's
funny.
hilarious. Yeah, because on the Saturday morning, I think it was, that he was going around asking for someone to find the dodo. So we had a little walk around camp. We walked past the chariot. We looked around. We didn't touch
Is this
anything.
Saturday?
The Saturday morning, yeah.
'cause this is like first thing Saturday.
First thing Saturday morning. I don't know if this is because later on we were accused of snooping around and trying to steal from the chariot. And I don't know if this is what they were talking about, because as far as I'm aware, nobody touched anything. But maybe they were just a bit tetchy because they had the dodo that we were looking for.
In fairness, most people didn't know that we had the dodo. It
And in
was-
fairness, we didn't touch anything. We just walked past your camp.
yeah, you wandered around our camp and started a massive beef. Like our captain heard about it, was like, right, we're off to go talk to him.
After one of yours stole from our camp the day before.
He didn't steal anything.
Neither did we.
He just committed the crime of being there. And then our trusted crew members said they saw members of the Diamond snooping, so we were like, right, stop that snooping. Not having that. I said, this is what I said. I said, I don't have a problem with stealing unless you get caught.
Yeah.
In which case you're in trouble.
Do you know what I think's a massive irony of all the crews? The Devil's Daughter had the least beef or least shenanigans going on.
No, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Who's starting beef with the Devil's Daughter?
No, yeah.
We are the most intimidating one.
What kind of psychopath?
Hey, no,
wants
it's
to go
actually,
war
no,
with-
I punched Monsieur Lavender in the face and started a brawl.
You did
You
get
had
a brawl
some
back.
beef.
That is true. Actually, maybe you shouldn't let her get away with that.
Excuse me, the brawl was two-sided. It wasn't.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, Monsieur Lavender did just lie there while we kicked him a few times and then ran away.
Monsieur Lavender is a fit pillar of strength. The butcher
Poor
support.
here he is. So yeah, Saturday. You snooping? What's everyone else doing? What's the start?
Well, we were sitting around waiting for first watch.
Yes, so the thing they tried, didn't they? Because I think the idea was they wanted to give everyone a bit of an encounter because all the crews are very different, and they had like scheduled watches, didn't they?
Yeah, we don't think we were too sure on how watches work.
I
So
don't think anyone was really.
whilst everyone went on the first kind of excursion out, we were just sat in the middle of town waiting.
Yeah,
But like our excursion, I think was meant to be 11, but I think the first one of the day overran a bit.
I think I want to shout out as well, just whilst we're here.
All the crew.
No, so well, yes, but
Well,
I wanted
yeah.
to point out that So this game was supposed to have 40 crew.
Yeah, no, massive shout out to you all. You did God's work.
17 people dropped out. So they were
That's
nearly half
crazy.
numbers. Now, I know some of those were to illness, but a lot of them were really last minute. So I don't know. Maybe 17 people just got really sick as a coincidence, which I hope it's that more than anything
But like, if
else.
you are listening and you ever buy a crew ticket for ILARP, please make sure you go.
Or let them know you're not going in advance so they can give it to
There's
someone who wants
so
to
many
go.
people who want to go to those events.
And
Because
then
there are waiting lists as well, aren't
not
there?
only that, like it impacts the game for like the players, and then also the crew will run ragged, and then the game runners are stressed because they've got not got enough crew. So like, yeah, just please make sure you go.
It's very much appreciated.
We'll do
and
everything
You're
you
getting
can.
an amazing time
Yeah,
from it.
but also
Oh,
like
yeah.
you don't have to go. Just don't get let
Don't
them
get a
know
crew
far in
ticket,
advance
yeah.
and don't get a crew ticket.
It can be fixed up.
yeah.
Just don't leave it to like the last couple of days.
Yeah, exactly. I think some of them were like the day, like they just didn't
Yeah.
turn up.
That's what puts me off getting a crew ticket, because I feel like if I pulled out last minute as a player, then that's just I've lost my money, you know. But if I pull out from crew, I've made a commitment there.
Yeah.
Like, it's like calling in sick to work, isn't it? Like,
I think people see the free tickets and just go,
well, no
if I
loss.
can't go, I won't go. Yeah,
Yeah,
which
but-
sucks. But yeah, if you,
I'd still love to try some crewing. I was.
Yeah.
it's just so far for us to crew.
It is. I was
It
like I
is.
say, I was very tempted to crew.
Second breakfast.
No, not that one.
Legio Nightmare,
Nope.
Forlorn Hope,
And then I watched Begins.
and now I'll watch Begins.
But then I accidentally slipped over on the keyboard and purchased full price tickets.
Yeah, it's, the same thing happened to me with Flying Lead Nightmare. Yeah. I'm like, it's fine. I'll just crew it. Oh, no, I'm playing now.
Oh no, I'm playing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But waiting for our watch. Then we hear there's a commotion outside of town. So you know what? Let's go in reinforcements. There was this whole firing situation's going off, this kind of standoff. The Devil's Daughter don't charge in. We just walk menacingly up, just slowly advancing to a gun line. I might have advanced too far because I've just got a bit of a pistol. Unlike Nietzsche, who I'm a bit more careful with because I'm so invested in the character, Belvedere just gets right up front and stuck in as possible.
Brilliant.
Then I realise, oh shit, I'm too far forward. Time to pull back a little. My little pistol's probably not going to do too much against a firing line, which I'm out of range of with my sword. So it's all kicking off there. One of my crew gets shot down. Thomas, I believe he is, the rifleman. I go and fix him up. Whilst I'm patching him up, almost get there, and someone then shoots me in the arse. To which
The arse.
The arse. So I proceed to kind of, oh fuck, limp off, like clutching my cheeks. I can't remember who it was. It was either Cade or Monsieur Lavender. It's like, just one of you two, can you help pull out this bullet, please? The balls are lodged in there quite tight.
Oh God.
So whilst this firefight is going on, I'm just trying to get a musket ball out of my arse, which was fun. Were you there on that first excursion?
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, the first morning one is the yeah, I was on that. So we were kind of, oh shit, that's when the one we went on. I remember some of our crew got kidnapped and locked in cages,
Oh, wow.
and we were like, oh shit. So we had to kind of run up and save them, but we brought a lot of doctors, not a lot of soldiers, and the soldiers we did have ran away.
Oh.
Which is against the pirate code, just as an FYI, displaying cowardice. Ran away, and then we were like, "Well, shit, what do we do?" I got real like messed up, a big shot, tried to go up to get the chariot members, but it was pretty good. We saw some pirate hunters. We had like a big like meeting with them. They were like,
Yeah.
we had the guy, the posh gentleman, who says he's the governor of San Pedro.
I love the Spanish governor.
And he's like, yes, he was taking the pirate gentleman. Yeah, this is the island of San Pedro. I think you've got a little confused. We're just a port. It's fine. There's nothing wrong. But they weren't having none of it. But yeah, had a big fun encounter with that. Managed to get our crew back.
I love his character. It's such a creative idea
very
on a
good.
island full of pirates.
And then we got we ended up dealing with them, and then we got chased through the woods, like sprinting through like bushes and leaves, like running our way through. And as we run past, we see like some iron on the floor, and we're like, and our blacksmith and our first mate were like, we're just gonna hide in the bushes for a little bit. So they hid in the bushes, and the pirate hunters ran past them, and then they started getting the metal. But yeah, we ended up running back to town, escaping the pirate hunters. We shot what we could. We got back who we'd lost, and then we made our way back.
Nice.
This was
Pretty
when
cool.
the first time I encountered a few members of a certain group known as the Water Walkers.
I love the Water Walkers. I didn't know you could opt in to make your
The
own little
Water
ship,
Walkers?
but
They haven't got a ship. They've got.
Oh, is that the ones who people kept saying that there were people who were independent? Is
yeah,
that who that is?
Was it a sloop they had, or just a dinghy?
So it was this little independent group of pirates because they didn't want to join a ship and they're mercenary.
I think at least one of them's from the Fighting Spud podcast. It was
they
just
are.
a fucking
They are,
great
yeah.
idea.
And they said to Johnny, they were like, "Can we make our own ship?" And he was like, "It's going to be like a dinghy. It's going to be nothing. You're not going to be able to leave the island." They're
You
like,
son of a bitch, I'm in.
yeah, they're like, "Sure."
Sounds good.
So they were just flagging themselves as mercs, basically. It was very funny. I think there's been conversations with the charity maybe hiring them.
I don't know. I could possibly be wrong, because as soon as we came back from that excursion, we went out on our watch excursion, to which I think that was prematurely triggered potentially by the Water Walkers.
Oh, really?
Or someone potentially triggered mine. Not mine, our cruise.
Yeah.
So our initial objective was to go and patrol.
Yeah.
And oh no, pirate hunters have captured the clerks.
Yes.
Got to go and save the
yeah,
clerks.
I heard the clerks got captured.
So that was a lot of fun. It was like kind of your uphill battle. You do your negotiating, trying to get them out. Negotiations apparently always fail with us.
I think a lot of the time the negotiations fail.
Unless it was that French lieutenant in the last episode where we just murdered the rest of the French and left the lieutenant alive.
But yeah, so that was your encounter. What did you save the clerks in the end?
Yeah, we found some powder, saved the clerks. I got to shoot up a couple of people, steal a couple of body parts. I don't know why Pisspot did this, but he got very pissy because he dropped some of his coin and then for some reason decided to hold the clerks hostage because he lost his money.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't quite make sense of that one. Like, Pisspot, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, because he came at one point. We must have bumped into you because he was like, "Go up there if you want. There's some loose coins if you can find them." And one of our crewmates went off, and I was like, "What are you doing, walking off on your own? Have you not seen what's happened to people?" I think we'd already lost. Yeah, someone from our crew had already showed up headless that morning, been dragged to our camp. Like, oh, by the way, this body's got no head. We were like, "Oh my god!"
Shit.
Yeah. He also accidentally shot Norman, the other surgeon.
Accidentally.
Yeah, apparently so.
Definitely accidental.
Definitely accidental, but I just loved... Because Norman had called me a bad surgeon the previous night. So I just enjoyed looming over him like, do not resist. I'm here to save you. Ooh, shoving fingers really far into the wound. Ooh, that bullet's really far out.
Oh, that makes me cringe.
No time for tools.
Oh my god.
Trying to get that out. But no, it was kind of your standard fight. Few waves of Marines. I always kind of love that oh fuck moment when your pistol misfires.
Click. Yeah.
Because my character's really not a good swords duelist, but he pistols are kind of fun because you can't reload, so it's like
Click. And then you're done. Yeah.
shit.
So I think were you there when, I think it was on your watch when the Cutlass showed up.
Yeah.
Were you there when they showed up?
I think we were out on patrol when they
Yeah.
first
So
showed.
we're standing around camp and this person in this
Those the really sus pirates that came through.
So this person in a massive white feather hat comes by and going, "Why? Anyone want a game? Anyone want to have some fun? I heard this was Pirate Island." And a few more started pouring in, like, "Wait, come on. Anyone want to arm wrestle? Anyone want to do some gambling?" Being really loud. "Oh, this place is amazing. We've heard so much." And everyone's
we
like,
know all the pirate ships. We do. Can't remember their names right now, but we know all the pirate ships.
and we're like, "Who the fuck?"
oh, we're
is
friends with Blackbeard.
this?" And then they're like, "Oh, we've got some friends on another ship." They said the name of it. It's they're really infamous and wanted, and everyone's following them. But we'll tell them about it so they can come here. And everyone's like,
No.
And so, what's someone got to do? Get a drink round here. I was like, well, I said, I'll serve you a drink. I was like, right. I went behind the bar because the Devil's Daughter were out, and I was like trying to get money for a beer. I was just giving them alcohol and being like, getting them to pay me for it.
So on our first mission of the day, I decided to go to my bongos. and I didn't really see anything. So then I decided
Carrie sneaks because she plays bongos.
Yeah, those are definitely bongo sounds. But no, so then I was like, you know what? Someone's lent me a sword to take out. So I decided that later on I'd take out my sword. And when we went to our little stealth mission on our watch, we found a group of people burying bodies. And they were just like, oh, don't worry, we found these pirate hunters and we killed them and we're just getting rid of them, yeah. And they're like wearing uniforms and all of us are just, they're like, they look like they've killed people and stolen their uniforms. And I'm there like right at the front with my sword, like fuck. What if there's a fight right now? Why am I at the front? I don't like it. And then yeah, I think they were speaking French as well, so my character had no idea what they were saying, and I'm just there like, yeah, okay. So being the diamond, we all sort of snuck around in different ways, and as we were doing this, in fact, we just bumped into you and Lavender out on a picnic.
Oh yeah, because we got back from our excursion, and then we decided, you know what? Let's be helpful and go and find some, try and find some resources in the woods. We can't pick them up, but if we can mark them out, we can go.
While we're sneaking around trying to get a good vantage point, we just see Monsieur Lavender and Dr. Belvedere like, oh hello. Like,
we were with Syphilis as well.
Shush.
Hello, we're on excursion, being really loud. It was quite funny at one point. Like Syphilis had to like readjust and rearm. So these two fops in the woods, and if you came through the bushes at the wrong angle, it would have looked proper dodgy, just like us two staring at this pirate's crotch as he gets changed. It would have been hilarious to see. But yeah, we just bear in mind we were in the general facilities as their excursion was going on. The facilities.
Lingering in the facilities, looking at people's crotches. Okay.
Yeah, so we kind of go around the corner at one point and then see these people in uniforms as well. It's like Grandpa Simpson when he walks into the bordello. Back around.
Yeah. So we snuck around and obviously we ended up fighting them. Like we tried to be a bit like, we don't trust you, and they're just like, just leave, just turn around, go away, it's fine, just leave us where we are. Like you stay on your side of the island, we'll stay on ours, and we're like having none of it. So in the end, we run out and attack them, and I got to actually fight after cowering behind a tree for a little bit. Because a lot of them had guns. I thought it was a lot of fun. I don't know if I did much swinging my sword around there, but I did get to loot somebody for the first time. Bless the crew member who I went over, and I was just like, can I loot you? And they're just smiling at me like, yeah, here you go. Like I was like, what do I do? And they're just like, just move your hands around. And, yeah, okay. And they go, and then I got some. I was like, oh, there's black powder over here. Where's there a powder monkey? Petra runs over like, Petra, come here.
I did hear in the woods, whilst this your excursion was going on, a huge boom. Apparently someone shot a 50-pound
Yeah, to be fair, when we were talking to them, there was like one of them was holding a box of gunpowder, and we were all looking at each other like, somebody should shoot that. And I guess one of them did then.
They got blowed up.
Yeah, I heard a massive explosion because we were nearby.
Because they have their blank firers at the ready when there's big boxes of powder going around.
Yeah. So we're like, Monsieur Lavender, should we go and help them? Yes, we should. Syphilis, lead the way. And then we're coming up just as the battle's ended. It's like, right. Syphilis like, right, I'll give you a piece of A if you just go out and fire your pistol really loudly. So Monsieur Lavender, I will. Bang! Hello, we're here to save the day. Just as the battle's ended.
Oh, I love you too. What a stupid pair of people. Jesus Christ.
Syphilis was great to play with as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Syphilis, for those who don't know,
is a sexually transmitted infection.
A lovely podcaster. He used to do the Band Chat Songs Diaries. I can't remember the new name of this podcast.
Oh, has it changed?
Either way, lovely gent. If it's still the Band Chat Songs Diary, I'd recommend listening to.
I mean, even if it's not, still listen to it.
Yeah.
We just can't tell you what it's called if it's not. But no, he was on the Diamond last event as well. He was the one who died. And
then he joined the Devil's Daughter this time. He seems to be doing U for Empire, joining different crews.
I did say that to him.
Just one thing with that excursion. I know you sent Petrol running off to town with the first bit of gunpowder, but me and Monsieur Lavender saw where they were hiding the other bit. So we went to...
Finish our gunpowder.
No, we helped you in combat, so we...
There was too much for
decided
Petra
to claim.
You ran in at the last minute and claimed the prize.
We sent in Syphilis to go and get Avery to come and abscond with the other bit of powder.
Every
So yes, we got some of the gunpowder as well. So our excursion out of town was successful.
Yeah, so
We're heroes.
When we came back to town, I can't remember why I'm a quarter I said this, but he pointed at someone going, "Oh, they're acting a bit weird." And I remember thinking, like, that was a bit of an odd thing to say. And then looking down, and he's just holding in a severed arm, like obviously a fake one, but he must have pulled it out of the pit of bodies that they were. I was just like, "Where did you get that?" Fortunately, Adelaide's stomach has gotten stronger with several months on a pirate ship, so she wasn't throwing up every time she saw a bit of blood. Otherwise, that would. She didn't want to touch it, but we did have a lot of fun. Esmeralda was putting it up her sleeve, and we were going around like, let's shake hands, like we came to make peace with Lavender and Belvedere.
that arm was horrendous.
Yeah,
It was horrifically realistic.
it was
It was the
brilliant. It was the fact that it was cracked a little bit on the palm, like the latex.
You guys have
Beautiful.
done a great job of making that arm, or wherever
Yeah.
you bought it from.
It had
it's really
full-on
cool.
hair on it. I
Yeah,
just
like it
felt
was a proper
sick.
manly hand. So we were going around like trying to get people to shake hands with it. And we played handy handy as opposed to handy knifey, where we threw it at Monsieur Lavender,
Fox.
who also plays a very squeamish character. Fun fact. So that was one of my favourite shenanigans of the day. And I guess it wasn't long after that that the Cutlass started coming in and started saying, acting really suspicious. Like I was like, these are definitely pirate guys.
The thing is, we found out is they weren't. So they were just assholes.
Yeah.
They were just blustering around, being like, "Yeah, we'll play games, we'll drink, we'll tell all our mates about this place."
So they were being pirates.
Yeah, and I had a conversation with a few people. I was like, "Hey," I spoke to your captain actually. I was like, "Hey, so the Cutlass has just rolled in. Been very weird.
Yeah.
I think we need to deal with them. Obviously, there's 80 people on that ship, so we can't just kill them. So we need to think of something a bit more sneaky or work out what's going on." And your captain was like, "Aye, that makes a lot of sense." Anyway.
Love Captain Bean's accent.
Oh,
I hear.
Captain Bean.
I hear a short amount of time later. Bit of commotion in the street. A few shots fired. What's happened? Oh,
Yeah. See, during this time,
what's happened?
me and a few other people on my ship are just outside of town. Like Tibbs is, doing some gardening, gathering some food.
Yep.
There's someone there who says they've killed a dragon and he goes by Dragon Slayer now, so I call him Dragon Slayer all weekend. And we're just having a right little chat. Then someone comes up, it's like, "Right, Diamond, you lot are in trouble. Come on, we need to go back to town now." Because what happened, Morgan?
So, I don't know if we've mentioned them yet. There's a little pirate called Petrol.
Oh, my
Have we ever
beloved
met
Petrol.
Petrol?
Petrol, through one mechanism or another, shot the captain. The Cutlass dead.
Yeah. So,
Petrol, do something like
the
that.
rest of the crew naturally chased Petrol down.
yeah.
The Marengo come out. They see Petrol being chased by pirates, and they go, "Oh, well, we're gonna have to kill him."
Oh no!
This is me thinking that my ball gowning curse has now got Petrol killed.
Yep.
'Cause I am destined to not be
Yep.
able to ball gown. I'm there
You are
like,
never
great,
Yep.
fantastic.
So all these
take
guys are dead.
liabilities, guys.
Now the thing is, like I just pointed out earlier, obviously there's a ship full of crew members, of able seamen.
Oh, that's a lot of seamen.
That's a lot of seamen docked in the port, who are going to be a bit suspicious when the rest of their crew doesn't come back.
I mean, the ship is also sailing fit and pointing towards all our unfit ships.
It had so many guns.
So many.
What was it like a?
So full of guns.
Oh, what is
Was
the?
it a frigate or a man of
Hang
war?
on, it was the. I can actually tell you because I had no idea. I had to Google it afterwards. It was like a third. What is it? Like a third class ship of the line. So like,
No, not quite galleon, bit bigger than a frigate.
it was enormous. It was enormous. It was basically could wipe out our ships
Yes.
pretty easily. And we were all like, "Oh well, that's pretty bad. We have to deal with that." And then storming into town is the head clerk.
Ooh, he wasn't a happy
He
man.
went absolutely ballistic at the fact that we had killed another pirate crew. The captain, no
Yeah.
less.
Me and the Devil's Daughter were just looking very confused from our pub hangouts. Like, what the fuck's going on here?
Absolutely ballistic, like spinning around, like
Yeah.
you can fight whatever. We don't. I know it's not against the code, but we don't just kill our own. There's so few of us left. Going absolutely insane.
It was quite intimidating.
It was very intimidating. It was
Properly
very,
shouted at Petra. I think they had to go and take a moment.
It was a very cool moment. Like it was
Yeah.
just like turning around, being like, "You've got to take this seriously."
It's like, all of a sudden, this may not be. We might have fucked up here.
Yeah. So also, as I found out a little bit later on, the Cutlass was supposed to be recurring NPCs.
you wouldn't execute a little guy.
Yes,
on his
we
birthday.
would. And then we were like, "Cool."
So, would you say the cheeky little guy might be the killer of plot,
I
but the creator of new plot?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Oh my gosh,
It
yeah.
just was like, oh my God. Like the, not ideal. So then there's like murmurings about what on earth we're going to do. Because it's like, we're going to have to talk to the Cutlass, work out what's going on.
There was a bigger concern, though, this weekend. Getting the cock cannon of the Devil's Daughter.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So
I love this idea,
the
Kitty
funny
and the
about,
clerks.
yeah, first of all, didn't this come up on Friday?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I
also,
think so.
it was literally Kitty, the game designer's suggestion.
Yep. I love it.
Jesus Christ.
When does it become from being silly to intimidating, having a giant cannon cock?
It was a
ram
it was a
on the
mermaid, massive cock, massive tits, made of iron on the front of the ship to ram into other ships and break them. That was the idea.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
believe to get the daughter seaworthy, it was yada yada, but 20 to 30 more of each
It
resource.
was 20
to get
wood. It was 20 wood. You needed 20 wood and 20 iron. If you wanted
The cock.
your special ram, 40 wood, 40 iron.
Yep, it was crazy.
It was
You got it together, didn't you?
We've got the cock.
nuts.
We were struggling to get together
one,
the
actually.
bonus route.
What?
Just the one, not actually.
What? Do you... Kerry, I have
That
to
would have been
ask.
50 iron.
I have... Just have one big ball. Oh my God.
We were struggling to get the resources together.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So
They couldn't afford both.
we told the Devil's Daughter, like blacksmith, carpenter, we were struggling to get together the iron. It's like, wait a second. Just from his personal stash, slams it down. There you go.
That's so funny.
That's all the iron you need.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that was going on. We heard some again. There was drama around the Cutlass, working out what we're going to do around that. And then a few NPCs were coming through the town. There's a few traders coming through. One trader came through, and they literally were like, "We'll give you a member of our crew to your crew for that, in exchange for that." No, that was it. We'll give if you take this crew member. They said to the Devil's Daughter, they said to Avery, if you take this crew member off of our hands, we will give them to you plus 20 powder. And Avery was like, done. And then this other crew member was like, wait, what? Just being shuffled off onto the island.
Was that the one where you were trying to buy the powder off?
Yeah, I ran over to try and pound the powder, and Avery was like, piss off. And I was like, I'm a powder monkey. I want the powder.
You were already having a monopoly on most of the powder at that island.
Look, we're very rich.
You are incredibly rich.
I'm personally very wealthy. I found out. No, I'm not going to say that on the podcast. I got killed.
Yeah.
But then also, this person was a bit disgruntled. So as they were leaving, their former crewmates were leaving the island, they threw an explosive behind them. It blew up and killed them.
Oh, is that why that happened? Yeah, because that was quite loud and quite shocking.
Very loud.
And they didn't kill them all.
Oh, yeah.
I patched
They
up a
messed
couple
them
of
up. Yeah. And then the charity got their little watch, our excursion.
Your little excursion?
Little trip. We went for a little walk. And as we're walking along doing our watch, we see a French person. So we go up to this dying French person that's all messed up. And we're like, what happened to you? What's happened? It's like, my friends have abandoned me. We've got someone that can speak French. They're in the fort up there. They left me out here to die. I was like, well, what attacked you? A monster with sharp claws and teeth comes out at night and attacked me. And then again, we're like, oh no. Look up to the left. We see some French heads above the parapet of the fort nearby. So we're like, right, let's go find out the monster on the island, I guess. But yeah, I think it might be a good place to leave it for this
Yeah, a
week.
bit of a spooky ending to the episode.
Dun, dun,
But yes, thank you very much for listening, everyone.
Can't wait to list off part 2 next week.
Yeah.
Back next week with part 2 for Hoist Colours. As usual, please make sure to follow, subscribe
Like.
to LARPs and Tarps. If you can leave us a 5-star review, that would be great.
Remember, Morgan will read out almost anything.
I found out I don't think Spotify lets you actually leave a review. Only Apple Podcast. But I think there's like a poll at the end of the Spotify podcast. So once again, if you leave a nice comment, maybe I'll read it out.
Maybe I thought you were promising to read.
Sorry, I will definitely.
Whatever
if any of you leave,
people...
not whatever. Remember, there was the
something that won't break community guidelines. That is nice
within reason.
And as long as you've given us a 5-star review, if you give us a 5-star review and a little like,
comment with
text review, I'll read it out. But yes, because that helps people find the podcast, which is fantastic.
We need more friends in our lives.
Exactly. You can find us on social media on Facebook, Instagram at LARPs and Tarps. And we've also got our other show out at the minute, which is Fable Top Tales, which is our actual play D&D podcast.
Yeah, we bring you quality.
Yeah, Alex brings the quality. Morgan brings the story, and we bring the chuckles.
We all bring the story.
Yeah, well, you bring some charisma.
I bring one piece of charisma.
Just the one piece.
Just one piece.
The One Piece is real.
Anything else? What have I forgotten? Oh yeah, we're on Patreon. If you want to support us on there. And if you use the code below, you'll get £15. Any of the codes below, you'll get £15 off your first Empire ticket. If you come, I think that's everything.
Oh my! Oh, is that a prelude to the event now?
Yeah, £50 off your ticket only if you come. Perfect. I think that's everything.
Yeah, I believe that is
brilliant. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.